and I do.
I mean, I'm not sure how you're hearing that. I'm being very clear.
Okay. And I,
there was a restraint. I'm going to make this very simple for you.
Yeah. Okay.
There was a restraining order that you knew about. You still went to the home, violated a restraining order, got arrested. It's that clear.
Yeah. Okay. And just okay. So in general, with the investigation, if we can return to that, because I know I did sort of talk to Lauren about a couple of things which I felt shifted. And is it okay if we talk about those quickly?
So what I can tell you with the information that was given to us, so you provided her a lot of information. The collaterals that we spoke to, there was a doctor's appointment where they checked the child for marks and bruises and any signs of physical, current and past abuse. With all that information collected, we didn't find evidence either way, so we went inconclusive. There wasn't enough evidence to substantiate physical abuse.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the videos, were they of any help, or were they?
So we looked at the videos, and I know that you have a perception of what's on there. We went up based off what we saw, and it wasn't like, we could not say that we saw physical abuse in the videos.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. And with regards to Arlo's ear, the bruised ear, I know when I spoke to Lauren, and she said that that the photos couldn't be used because they could be doctored, and that the videos were needed. And so as I understand it, the videos weren't in time, but they do exist. Because I think for me it's a challenging situation, because I know Anna told me that she hit Arlo, and I never felt any different based on what had gone down. Would it be of interest to see the videos, or have you seen the videos?
No, I'm letting you know all of this has been investigated. I read through, there's 33 contact pages. There's a 12-page, 11, probably more, actual investigative report. All one line. One line. It was in double space. So it was a very thorough investigation.
Yeah, I hear that.
Even when the child went to the hospital, they also went inconclusive. They couldn't say either or.
What does that, just may I ask, in terms of inconclusive, so does that mean that there is we keep an eye out, or is there something, because it
means that based off the investigation at the moment when we were investigating, we did not find any evidence to substantiate physical abuse.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, got that. Thank you. And then I guess one important question for me is that I know my mum was really shocked by a lot of things when she arrived, and is someone who I'd hoped would be able to talk first the things she saw about Arlo, but was it just felt that wasn't going to be relevant, or?
We take everyone's statements into mind, but just because someone says something or they have a perception of what's happening, we can't just go off that. We have to find evidence behind that. So
yeah, I guess.
So we understand that your mom, she felt exactly the way you did, but for us to intervene with a detention or restrict a parent's right over their child, we have to have there has to be clear-cut evidence of it. We can't just intervene.
Yeah, no, I understand.
At that point, we are violating your guys' rights as parents.
Yeah. No, I understand that as well. It's a bit hard feeling like we do at the moment, not being able to be parents. But yeah, okay. Okay, thank you. Look, that sounds. I'll take a note of the neglect charge, general neglect, to my lawyer and see.
Neglecting?
No, it's something to do with the restraining order and going back. So, and look, in the meantime, Patricia, I guess I said we're very concerned, for Arlo while we are not there, and I would take it. I guess I would, I know you're being honest, but that's not. You feel that concern maybe is not necessary, that Arlo is okay.
Well, based off of the multiple visits to the home, we have seen him. We're seeing that he's doing well in the home. We're not seeing any evidence of abuse or neglect of the child.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. All right. It sounds really thorough, and I really appreciate you calling. I don't. Yeah. I think it's. I get really. I feel nervous sometimes because. Take, for example, this restraining order and lawyers and everything. I've spent, the last couple months under doctors' advice trying to get Anna help and not doing anything that could impact the family for the family unit. But then to learn, that, there's a lawyer and restraining orders and everything is all a bit of a shock. But when I just, express some concern, it's not in any targeted way that's obsessive or excessive even. Mum and I, we see what we see, and we do. We just fear that perhaps that doesn't always translate into the type of abuse that can be detected. Sometimes it feels like it's sort of emotional, Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I really,
You're welcome.
Yeah, I really appreciate your time, Patricia. Thanks for calling.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Okay, bye. Well, just really, and I've got a general neglect charge because there was a restraining order and you breached it, and it's this whole thing. And I'm like, and they're just like, Anna's just like.
Did you say, you should have said you were
I did.
I
did. I tell you, she goes, you're telling me some story. Like, it's just, Anna's just a machine. She's just like, she's just an absolute machine. Winning on everything. And I just, they're just,
Gloria hasn't got back yet?
No, she hasn't.
I'm going to try Susie.
Yeah.